Welcome back to Talking Freedom. I'm your host Malik, and today we're diving into one of the most debated, misunderstood, and emotionally charged parts of American liberty, the Second Amendment. It's just one sentence, but it's shaped centuries of argument, passion, and policy. Let's unpack what's good about it, what's bad about it, how it's been interpreted or misinterpreted, and why, in today's world, it's time to talk about limits. So first, what is the Second Amendment? It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, the good part, at its core, the Second Amendment was about protection and self-determination. After breaking free from Britain, the founders wanted to make sure citizens could defend themselves not only from invaders or criminals, but from tyrants. It was a safeguard for liberty in a time when centralized armies could crush dissent. And honestly, that spirit of independence, of being accountable for your own safety, still resonates with millions of Americans today. But now let's talk about the bad, or at least the complicated. The founders lived in a world of muskets, not assault rifles. They couldn't have imagined semi-automatic weapons, high-capacity magazines, or mass shootings that killed dozens in minutes. And yet, that same 18th century language is still the legal foundation for our modern gun rights. Over time, the Supreme Court has expanded how we interpret those words. For most of U.S. history, the right to bear arms was linked to malicious collective defense. But in 2008's District of Columbia versus Heller, the court ruled the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to own guns for self-defense inside their home. That decision changed everything, turning what once sounded like a civic duty into a deeply personal right. Some call that progress, others call it a misinterpretation. Here's where it gets tricky and dangerous. Freedom without responsibility leads to chaos. And the U.S. has over 400 million firearms, more than people, yet also some of the highest rates of gun violence in the developed world. Mass shootings, accidental deaths, suicides, these aren't just numbers, they're lives. And at some point, the right to bear arms collides with everyone else's right to live. Now, limitation doesn't mean confiscation. It means common sense, universal background checks, mental health screenings, safe storage laws, restrictions on weapons designed for war, not self-defense. These aren't about dismantling the Second Amendment. They're about respecting it responsibly. Because liberty doesn't mean doing whatever you want. It means balancing your rights with everyone else's safety. The Second Amendment gave Americans a shield, but some have turned it into a sword. And if freedom is going to survive in the modern world, we've got to make sure that shield doesn't end up hurting the very people it was meant to protect. I'm Malik, and this is Talking Freedom. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, real freedom works best when it's shared.